Hi and welcome to Good and Great Book Reviews. Today I want to look at a book called The TechWise Family, Everyday Steps for Putting Technology in its Proper Place by Andy Crouch. From the get-go, let me say this is a great book and it is something that should be read really, I think, by all Christians. Technology and smartphones and computers and games and entertainment, leisure, that has revolutionised over the last 20 years. And so I think all Christians really need to read a book like this, The TechWise Family. Now it is written for families and so it's generally written for people with children and so it's especially good for people with children, and really if I'm honest, it doesn't really matter what age your children are, whether they're 6 months or 16. I think the book is relevant because we need to stop and we need to think and we need to consider. Now, why do I think this book is great? Well, firstly, it isn't some book that just gives you these are 5 things you must do, but rather it gives you principles with some practical applications. But more than giving you the principles, it's laced at the end of each chapter with what they call the reality check, where Andy Crouch basically goes, I've said that, but this is how we do it as a family and this is how we've struggled with it. And that honesty and that humility really helps you read the book without being judged. Now, what I love about the principles in the book and the practices is that all the obvious ones are in there, like make sure your spouse has got your password, make sure you use computers in front of everybody else, make sure you have time away from your computers, and all of those obvious ones are in there, and that's important. But as well, there's not so obvious things in here which I found really intriguing and incredibly helpful to us as a family. For example, creating. So his big point is that we're not just trying to stop having technology in the house, but what we're trying to stop is just being passive, just being consumers, and rather what we want to be are people who participate and people who create. And so for us as a family reading this book over Christmas and New Year, it was so encouraging to think that actually we're not just trying to stop the children being entertained, but rather we're trying to encourage the children to participate and to create, to do things which are better for them, to do things which are more fun. And that is a really good part of the book. So I think it's really good. It's quite short, it's simple, there's graphics in there, there's lots of applications and stories, so it's very easy to read, and it's well worth reading no matter what age your children are. Even if you haven't got children, I think this book is well worth reading. This is a great book, The TechWise Family.